Hello children, good morning. Today we will move on to the third unit, patterns. First we will learn about patterns in shapes. Children, have you noticed the butterfly in flight? Do you see the various shapes and colors on its wings? Don't you think that those shapes and colors are beautiful? Do you know why they are so beautiful? They are beautiful because the shapes and colors follow a definite pattern. What is a pattern? A pattern is something that is arranged following a rule. A pattern is something that is arranged following a rule. Here you see different colored spots. So these are all patterns. So how they are formed? Here red color followed by yellow color. Again red color followed by yellow color. This is a AB pattern. Here two green colors followed by a blue color. This is AAB pattern. Here one red color followed by two blue colors. This is ABB pattern. Likewise red, yellow, green, blue. Red, yellow, green, blue. This is ABCD pattern. A pattern is something that is arranged following a rule. It is an orderly change from one to another that is pleasing to the eye. It is arranging things according to a plan so that everything falls into a place. Patterns are created when figures, shapes, objects are arranged in a particular order and repeated over and over again. In this picture, you see a triangle, a square and a pentagon. Again a triangle, a square and a pentagon. So here these shapes are arranged in a particular order and repeated over and over again. In this picture, patterns are created with different shapes and colors. And here the patterns are created by the rotation of the colors. Patterns are present everywhere around us. We see patterns in saris, in bed sheets, in garlands, in paintings, in rangoli, and animals also have different patterns on their body. Now we will learn about different types of patterns. Repeating patterns. The pattern in which we repeat the shapes are called repeating patterns. In these pictures, you see two different shapes with different colors are repeated as patterns. The patterns in which we rotate the shapes are called rotating patterns. We rotate the shape either by quarter turn or by half turn. The next type of pattern is growing pattern or increasing pattern. We can add the number of shapes to extend the pattern. These are called growing patterns. Here, blue colored squares are added to make a growing pattern. In reducing pattern, we can reduce the number of figures or shapes. It is also called as decreasing pattern. Here we see 5 beetles and it is reduced to 4, 3 and 2. Next, we see about tessellating patterns. Shapes can be made to fit together, leaving no gaps to make a design. This is called tessellation. I'll repeat it. Shapes can be made to fit together, leaving no gaps to make a design. This is called tessellation. Shapes that will tessellate are squares, rectangles, equilateral triangles, and hexagons. Shapes that will not tessellate are circles and ellipses. Once again, repeat. Shapes that will tessellate are squares, rectangles, equilateral triangles, and hexagons. Shapes that will not tessellate are circles and ellipses. This is the incomplete pattern. Now you have to find out the correct shape that has to be filled in the empty space. Before that, I'll tell you what is core pattern. The pattern that is getting repeated is called core pattern. So what is a core pattern here? Rectangle, triangle followed by a circle. This is the core pattern. So from this, what comes after a circle? Yes, correct. That is a rectangle. Now this is a complete pattern. So here we have to find out the core pattern. The core pattern here is shell, bone followed by a star. So what will come in this place? Is correct. The bone will come after the shell. Let's find out the core pattern. We have a cup, a glass and a bucket. So what will come after the bucket? Is from the core pattern it is clear that teacup comes after the bucket. Okay children, that's all about today's class. In the next class we will learn about patterns in numbers. So you all do this worksheet and send it to me. Thank you.